So it's time to work on the next part of the lathe. When I got it, this front gear cover plate had a crack on top. It's a cast iron, and it was pushed in, as you can see here, during a shipping damage. And that alone would have been fine because it wasn't leaking any oil. But this feed shaft is bent, so it was wibbly wobbly. So I made a call. So I called the dealer that I got the lathe from as a scratch and dent, and you know, they had absolutely no obligation to help me out because, you know, I bought it as is, you know. But the owner of that dealership really stepped up, and he said, "I'm sorry, you have to deal with this. We'll take care of you." Long story short, they got me the front cover of the gearbox, the new gasket, and this is the part. This is a shaft, feed screw shaft. This I believe is the one that is bent, so it's going like this on the video, a previous video. So I'm gonna have to replace all that, but you know, it's gearbox, so I'm gonna have to take everything apart. Now you'll note the front cover that Jet sent me is white, which is their old color. But that's okay. I can put a coat of different gray color that matches the backsplash that I reconditioned, and it'll look just fine. Most importantly, it's not cracked, it's not damaged. Oh, by the way, the dealer paid to have this 3-day air to me from Tennessee, and I am in Washington State. Again, I'm so impressed with this dealer. I've bought things from him for the last 16 years, and we've become pretty good friends, and this is why, you know, he takes care of us. So this is a knob. There's a hole for the ball detent, and it snaps into one of these 8 positions that are drilled out on this ring. And what I did was, ignoring removing the ball detent, I put the knob on here, and by experiment I found all 8 positions where gear shifts in and out the way it should. So let me show you what I discovered. I made a mark on this knob right where the detent is. Okay, so I need a reference point. So right here, position 1, it shifts the way it should. Position 2 and position 3. In starting position 3, the actual shifting point is not aligned with where they drilled holes, and it gets worse. So there's a 4. See how it should be right here and it's marked here. 5 should be marked here, but they drilled it here. 6, 7, 8. 8 should be here and they marked over here. And also looking at it, there are 8 points. That means there should be 45 degrees between each hole from the center, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that's not the case. Like, distance between these 2 holes are approximately 2/3 of the distance between these 2 holes. So it will never shift into the right position. And you know, ever since I got this lathe, it just would not shift easily. I had to always, you know, jostle the knob around. Finally explains why. You know, they just didn't drill it right from the factory. So I'm gonna have to make a new one of this and figure out where the holes should go and drill them accurately. But I need the lathe gearbox functioning to do that. So what I'm gonna have to do is fill up the gearbox box with oil, put the knob back on, but I'm not gonna put the detent ball in there, so I can use the feed so I can make that. And once I make that, I'll take this apart and replace that ring with the right one. So I transfer those marks all the way around the plate. Mark all those tick marks where it needs to go. So what I need to do is make this 3 holes, center hole, and drill detent that are lined with these marks. Well, got that machine. So I guess next step is to dimple drill those 8 locations, and then it'll go right in there, replace that. A slight change of plan. So let me explain to you what I'm doing. This spot right here marks where it needs to line up with those locations. And here's my concern. I wasn't sure how I was gonna, let's see, where's my let me just use this. I didn't know whether on the original part it actually intersects with the center of this round knob, the hole. The more I look at it, I just don't have much confidence. So if I just go by the mark and go towards the center and draw the line and dimple drill that, there's a good chance that it's not going to be on mark with this, just because I just don't trust it enough from the factory. The hole could be in an angle, whatnot. So what I decided to do instead is use this as the mark. So line up that mark that I pencil mark, match it up with this. See how, there you go, match it up, and then I'm gonna clamp it and use this drill bit. I found the size that fits in here perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is clamp it, make a quick dimple mark by drilling, go around and do all that, and then follow up, make sure that I have the right depth. That's the best I can come out with. So let's give it a go. So where's that mark? Alright, I'm gonna start pencil. Yeah, probably can't see it. Oh, maybe you can. 8 spots marked. So I'm just gonna take a center drill and make it a little bigger. Okay guys, so I went and used the center drill and made those holes deeper, and you can kind of see it. They're in no particular degree. Some are closer to others than others. What? Did that even make sense? Some are closer, some are further. It's kind of weird. I hope it works. Right now I have about 50-50 confidence, which is not very good. There it is. 1 engages. Now disengage. You have to disengage before you turn this. Position 2. Good. Position 3. Ooh, little tight. No. I don't like that. No, hey, there it is. Four. Let's see, put it into a different gear. Yeah, there it is. 5. Yeah, that goes smooth. 6. 6 is not very smooth. Oh, wait. No, right here. 6. 6. 7. You kind of have to still fill around this a little bit. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, it's the gear, not the snap. 8. Alright, so what did I learn? Well, it's better than what it was, definitely, but not as smooth as I like. But I'm not sure that I can get it any smoother because there are a lot of gears inside that have to mesh together, you know. So I do, on certain positions, I do have to wiggle a little bit, but I gotta play with the spindle a little bit also. And to be honest, I think it's gonna be as good as it's gonna be. It's a lot better than it was. Original position was way off, way off. Couldn't even put it into detent to engage and disengage. So I think overall it's a success. So I'm gonna take that ring back out. I'm gonna put a light coat of black paint on it. Match it. It'll match all others. And then now I can paint this beautiful almond to match the gray, the rest of the machine. I'm just gonna scuff it up a little bit, clean with acetone. You know, only some surfaces are gonna be visible because there's a beauty panel that goes on it. So I haven't figured out how I'm gonna paint it. You know, spray bomb it or roll it, whatever. But I'll show you once that's done. But it was a good project for Christmas break, or a couple days anyway.